Good evening. Here's what's happening. Virginia has turned blue when it comes to the state's legislative agenda in the coming year.
Yeah, Democrats turn the political tide, shifting the balance of power in Richmond, and will likely change the discussion in the General Assembly. Yesterday, many of you voted to have Democrats keep hold of the Senate and change the House from red to blue in this election closely watched by the nation. This afternoon, Governor Youngkin talked about the results.
And I think what that reflects is the fact that we are a state that is very comfortable working together, working across party lines in order to get things done. And that's exactly what we have done over the course of the last 2 years, where we have worked with a legislature that has had divided government, and we're going to continue to do this.
Some will say yesterday is a blow to Governor Youngkin's plans for 2024.
And tonight, the people who track elections and their fallout are talking about the agenda going forward. 10 of your side's Andy Fox has more tonight for us.
Yeah, we're down here at the Portsmouth City Hall where the registrar's office is. It was really busy yesterday, but not today. I was just listening to the governor. He was talking about working together, working across party lines, working to get things done. The question is, will that happen over the next 2 years?
Hampton Roads is the center of political power for the next half decade.
Legal and political analyst at Norfolk State University, Dr. Eric Claville.
In our state's capital, where the Confederacy used to reign, we now see where we have 3 African Americans holding the most powerful positions in our General Assembly. Historic.
They are Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears, first woman to serve as Lieutenant Governor, State Senator Louise Lucas becoming the first African American to chair the Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee, and Delegate Don Scott becoming the first African American Speaker of the House.
I think the Senate holds minimum 2119, and I think we're going to flip the House.
What gives you indication of that? Polling?
Early voting, polling data, and just the energy when you go out and see what's happening in the world right now.
That was an interview before the election, and that is exactly what happened. Democrat sweep.
For those that say the Youngkin brand failed, I disagree.
Dr. Claville says Youngkin had a tough night, but
I believe that Governor Youngkin is still the face of the Republican Party, the future of it, not only in the Commonwealth, but also in the country.
the next 2 years will be a test of Democratic leadership. With control of both chambers comes more responsibility.
This actually creates a great opportunity for good politics, for good compromise, and for good common sense solutions.
The election also brought in 18 new members out of 40 in the Senate and 35 new members out of 100 in the House of Delegates.
That tells us that we have a new generation of leaders. We have a new generation of ideas. We have a new generation of public servants.
Yeah, a lot of new faces. I was just listening to Don Scott's statement right there. They knew over the last week covering this election, you just knew that the Democrats knew they were going to win, that they were going to flip the House, they were going to keep the Senate. There was no doubt when I was talking to Don Scott, they were that confident that the Democrats would win on Election Day, and that's exactly what they did. In Portsmouth, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.